Okay, Leon, Coach Dad Arno. Let's talk about this a little bit. Let's take these shoes off so I can turn my feet. Can't turn my feet on carpet. And I don't have throwing shoes on. So what I want you to see is you go here and then you shift to here. That's enough. You don't need to take it. You don't need to take it out here and over here. Okay? So let's just try to do this. Let's try to get that shoulder around more. See, I want to see that connection. See? Boom. I don't see that with you. I don't see that shoulder. I see you you go like this and you go, I'm tense. I don't think so. I think I'm agreeing with your dad. I think you got some tension going on, but I don't think a separation between here and here. I think you get to here and then you kind of push out a little bit. Forget the pushing out. Just for right now, just go around and don't turn this foot. Keep this hip still. And wait until you feel the tugging of this by this. So that's your connection, see? Around. Right here. Around. Not out here. Around. Right here. Around. Vertical axis. Here. Pelvic tilt. Wind. Connect. I'm going around, just like I showed you with Mikey. Mikey does a really good job of demonstrating a real strong vertical axis. And also a really good movement around the vertical axis, right? That's what we're doing here. We're not doing any of this, none of this or this. We're just this. We're just going around the vertical axis like that, okay? So once you establish how to get the stretch here, okay? When this goes across and feels the stretch here, if you feel that, you can demonstrate it for me, okay? Your dad can even pull your dad can take your arm and twist you around while you hold, and you'll feel it connect here with the pelvic tilt. If you lose the pelvic tilt, you'll feel it being connected down here. You won't like it. Pelvic tilt is what creates that connection immediately. Okay. Second thing is, if you have a lot of range of motion because you're so young, you can turn that foot out like that, and you'll feel the connection create sooner. Right here. See it? There. Wind. Now I feel connection. There. Okay? Wind, connect, shift. I'm on the left. No weights on the right. I don't need to go wind, connect, shift. I don't have to do that. Wind, connect, shift. There's no weight here. See it? Shift. Ready? Okay. And you're like this. You don't need to move that far. I don't want you to move that far because I don't want this angle changed. I want to set that 120, 130 angle, and I want to open, and I don't want it to shift like this. I want it to open, and whatever you have to get here in order to get the weight on it, then do it. Let's find out. See, that's all the shift I have to do. I don't need the knee out anymore. I'm weightless on the right leg, see? Okay, so let's do that drill. Wind, connect, have your dad pull you around. Dad, get behind and pull him around until he feels here. Connection right here, okay? With the pelvic tilt, okay. And then as we're unwrapping here, we're just turning this. And that's bringing the discus. See it? I can turn this foot out a little bit. So the knee, the toe, everything is facing this way. And then I'll feel that connection sooner. And then I'll have a little bit more wind to work with. Okay? Here, here, here. Got it? And also one thing. Coming attractions, right? We're not going to shift over here and then go that way. What the technique teaches is we're going to shift and go this way. With that, we're going to drop onto the left. So wind, connect, drop left. See it? So right now you're learning one segment of it through one plane. Line connect, shift, pick, right? Or I should have done this different. Shift, pick, not here. That was very bad, coach. Line connect, shift, pick. Okay? All right, let me see what you come up with. I hope that was a better explanation, and be patient. Oh, one more thing. When a really good athlete, and you're a really good athlete, you have I don't know whether you're a good basketball, netball, I don't know whether you're good at anything else, but you're a good discus thrower. And you have really long arms relative to your body. So, very good. And what I noticed is too, you process things really well. So you're a smart thrower, and you have kinesthetic awareness at your age. That's pretty good. That's a nice combination. So what I don't want you to think is this is something so difficult that you'll never get it. The word, I heard you say the word I can't. And no, that's frustrated word. That's a frustration word. I don't want you to get frustrated, because that then creates chemicals in the brain that stops communicating with the body, and you can't move forward technically. Okay, that's a real common thing to do. It's for an athlete to get really frustrated, and then these chemicals are purchased here that shut off the brain-body connection. It's all related to fight or flight, and the same chemicals are produced during frustration. As an example, okay, since I'm chatty Cathy here this morning, an example is you are thinking about going towards a campfire, right? So you're out camping and enjoying the beautiful Australian outdoors, and you get the campfire over here, you think about going that way. And so you say, okay, I'm gonna walk this way, and then all of a sudden you hear a bear back here. Like, you're done thinking about how you're going to walk this way or what direction. You're gonna go, you're gonna respond, you're gonna react. That's fight or flight. That's a part of the brain that takes over the movement and uses whatever you have capabilities of, whatever you've already developed, and uses it to get away from the bear. Okay, and then for you to say, okay, I'm going to run away from the bear, but I'm going to do it with really good sprint technique. Really good. No, that's not going to happen, because your brain's already switched over to the other part, and you told yourself, I don't care how I get away from that bear, I'm getting away from it. Okay? So, when you're trying to make movement changes, you can't stimulate that fight or flight chemical going on in the brain. And frustration, really frustration, and to the point where an athlete says, I can't, means you won't during the rest of that session, because you produce the chemicals that produce the frustration that create the I can't. Don't let it get to that point. You're a really good athlete. If you try something 3 or 4 times and you don't have the feeling for it, then it's a cognitive problem. You're not understanding the challenge, because nothing I'm doing here is impossible for you to do. There's no can'ts in this business, not for you. Okay? So if you want to try it again with this new instruction, well, I'll keep giving you new instruction. Every athlete speaks a different language. I have to learn your language until I find it. And I might have to find it over and over again, but you're going to keep telling me I don't understand because I wasn't able to do it in the first 3 or 4 times. If you can't do something in a very controlled environment in the first 3 or 4 attempts, then you're not understanding the something. And it goes back to that video where I said, I'm saying blah, 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 and you think I'm saying turn on the left foot, but I'm not. See what I mean? So it's a miscommunication. So let's get on the same place. Let me learn Liam language, and the progress will come much quicker if we don't delve into the frustration. Okay?